Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, Annette's Journey starring Annette. That's me. It's your favorite real estate professional back at it again with another video. Now I know it's been a long time since I posted and I miss you guys. I hope you guys miss me. I am back, I am better, and I'm ready to give you guys an amazing content that I have in store. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as hit that notification bell because I will be posting every single Saturday and you don't want to miss it, okay? Now let's get into the video. Okay. So today, you guys, I'm actually going to be talking about why did I invest into GOOD. Now, GOOD, also known as GOOD, is the ticker symbol for Gladstone Commercial Corporation. Gladstone Commercial Corporation is an equity real estate investment trust, also known as a REIT, that invests into single-tenant and anchored multi-tenant net lease industrial and office properties nationwide. Now, if you don't know what a net lease is, in real estate, a net lease is when a tenant actually pays one or more additional expenses of the property, such as property insurance, property taxes, premiums, and maintenance, often used in commercial real estate. Okay. Now, the advantage of having a net lease for a tenant as well as an investor, for an investor, is much easier for them to focus on the long-term performance of the asset while having less control of the management of the day-to-day management, while allowing tenants to maintain that control of the day-to-day management and operating expenses. Okay, so why did I invest into GOOD? I invested into GOOD because, number one, it's a REIT, and of course, as a real estate professional, I love REITs. I love being able to own a property in the physical aspect, also own a property without the physical aspects of it. So being able to be a stockholder, a shareholder, or even an owner of that property without the physical aspects, of course, and being a real estate investor, I'm able to own different properties. I own more than one REIT. This will be the first REIT I'll be talking about. If you guys love me talking about REITs, then stay tuned because I will be posting more REITs such as Old Realty and Stag and much, much more, okay? Another reason why I like GOOD is because they have a successful track record of always paying out their monthly cash distributions to their shareholders. Okay, so if you're going to be investing to stocks, it's always important to look how often does that company pay you and how long of a history that they have of continuously paying their customers, or shall I say shareholders. One more thing what I love about them is that they have a 10 plus years of always being occupied. So these commercial properties and these industrial properties, these office spaces, are always occupied by tenants. Okay, so it's never not a time where they're not occupied. And of course, when you own real estate, even if you own it in a physical aspect, you always want to make sure you have that. Whether it's a residential property or a commercial property, you always want to make sure that you have it occupied, because when it's constantly occupied, the more money that you're receiving on your end, as well as you're constantly keeping your customers happy. You're constantly keeping your tenants happy. And why not keep them happy by making sure that it's occupied and you're getting paid out for the work that you do. Now, I'm actually going to be moving into a different portion of this video where I'm going to be pulling up Yahoo Finance, and I'm going to be talking about a little bit of the summary details of GOOD, a little bit about their dividend yield, as well as their EPS, which is earnings per share. And then I'm going to officially pull up their official website where I show you a little bit more about GOOD and why I love it, of course. So stay tuned.
Okay, so when you're looking up stocks, it's very important that you know the ticker symbol. For Gladstone Commercial Corporation, their ticker symbol is GOOD. The stock right now is valued at $21.07, so it's definitely one of those affordable stocks if you're bowling on a budget. The first thing that's going to pop up is the graph. The graph just basically explains to you the performance of the stock within a matter of a day, 5 days, 6 months, 5 years, and so on, as well as the price increase and decrease. Now, next we're going to look at the key statistics. It's a lot of information to take in when you're researching your stock. It's very important that you do read each and every single line, but I would say the most important things to pay attention to is like the dividend yield. Their dividend yield is 6.84%, which makes it a high yield dividend, which I absolutely love because I'm always looking for those high yield dividends that's going to pay me out my cash distribution, okay, my dividends. Next, you want to see how often that they are giving out their dividends. I believe this stock is a monthly stock, so they're paying you every month. You're getting dividends every single month, okay? You also want to look at the dividend dates. Even if it's monthly, you want to know which date does it fall within that month that they're going to pay you, okay? Now, I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not a day trader, so I'm not giving out financial advice. Disclaimer. I am definitely one of those people who believe in long-term investing. I believe in longevity. So I'm just giving you my opinion, okay, of what I look into when I'm buying stocks. Now, next you have the income statement. You're looking at the operating expenses. You're looking at the income, the net income. Also, you can look at their graphs, which are their earnings graph, their revenue and earnings graphs. Just basically explaining more to you about how much they're making and how much they're putting out to their stockholders, okay? Also, next we're going to look more into the description. But before that, you can also, if you're into it, look into their holders. Their top holders is definitely the guy who made the company. I believe his name is like John something Gladstone, so it's named after him, of course. Oh, Mr. David John Gladstone. You see, he's the founder, chairman, and CEO, so it's definitely named after him. And there's a lot more people. This sector is real estate, of course. The industry is a REIT and it's diversified, okay? You can also look at how many full-time employees that they have. So Gladstone Commercial Corporation is a real estate investment trust focused on acquiring, owning, and operating net leased industrial and office properties across the United States. Including payments through September 2020, Gladstone Commercial has paid 189 consecutive monthly cash distributions on its common stock, okay? So prior to paying distribution on a monthly basis, Gladstone Commercial paid 5 consecutive quarterly cash distributions. The company has also paid 53 consecutive monthly cash distributions on its Series D preferred stock, okay, and 12 consecutive monthly cash distributions on its Series E preferred stock, and 3 consecutive monthly cash distributions on the Series F preferred stock. Gladstone Commercial has never skipped, reduced, or deferred a distribution since its inception in 2003. Now you see why I love Gladstone so much. They're definitely one of those high yield dividend stocks. Of course, it being a REIT and me being into real estate makes me love it even more. And it's one of those stocks that it's been around for a while now, and they never missed, skipped, deferred, or forgot to pay their stockholders their dividends. They pay their dividends monthly and quarterly, and they're paying them on time, okay? So of course, the more happy the stockholder is, the more happy the investors are, the more happy the CEOs and the chairman of the company are, and the better, or shall I say, the more of like the better performance that the stock is doing, the better the overall investor and company is together as a whole. So I'm happy I invested into this stock. It's definitely one of my favorite stocks. It's actually one of my stocks that I have the most shares of, so they do pay me a good amount of dividends back. And I just absolutely love them, and I hope you guys would like to check more about them. Like I said, go look them up on Yahoo Finance. I'm also going to be pulling up their website right now, so stay tuned for that as well. Okay, so now we're on their official website. All you have to do is do a Google search, Gladstone Commercial Corporation, and these are some of their featured properties, such as this one is in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. This one is in Philadelphia, PA, Pennsylvania. This one is an industrial facility in Alabama. And this one is a Morgan Stanley office in Columbus, Ohio, and Salt Lake City, Utah. So that's just some of their properties that they own. Like I said, they are nationwide, so all over the states. Now, Gladstone Commercial, your diversified net lease REIT. Gladstone Commercial Corporation, which is in the NASDAQ index in the stock market, is an equity real estate investment trust, also known as a REIT, that invests in single-tenant and anchored multi-tenant net lease industrial and office properties nationwide. We have a leadership team with more than 200 years of combined experience. Under their guidance, we build a portfolio that generates predictable and durable cash rents to fund distributions to our investors. We have never cut our distributions to shareholders, even during the Great Recession, okay? We have a track record of success, a history of strong distribution yields, consistent occupancy greater than 95%, and 10 plus years of continuous monthly cash distributions. Okay, so this is about their portfolio, a portfolio that performs. As of December 31st, 2021, our portfolio includes 129 properties in 27 states, leased to 108 different tenants. We have grown our portfolio to 18% per year in a consistent, disciplined manner since our IPO in 2003 and have doubled assets since January 2011. Our occupancy stands at 97.2% and has never dipped below 95%. Okay, so that's going back to what I've been saying about making sure that your properties are always occupied. As you can see, their property is always occupied all the time, okay? Next, our approach to investing. We invest in high quality properties located in primary and secondary growth markets occupied by tenants that meet our rigorous credit underwriting standards. A net lease real estate investment company like ours thrives on choosing the right investment properties. We start with the real estate. We are looking for single tenant and multi-tenant net lease industrial and office properties located in superior locations and growing submarkets and with strong underlying land value. We analyze the building configuration, replacement costs, and the competitive building set within the submarket. Finally, we ask, is this building mission critical for the tenant? We are equally focused on the credit strength of our tenants. As part or the Gladstone Company's family of investment funds, we use insights from our corporate cash flow, lending, and private equity practices to properly qualify our commercial real estate investments, quickly and thoroughly underwriting the credit strength or any tenant's business. When we have identified an investment, it means we found a well-located property with features the tenant requires to operate their business and attract employees. While this sounds simple, our thorough sourcing and rigorous due diligence process results in the portfolio of solid commercial real estate investments we are known for. The net lease advantage. Under a net lease, the tenant is responsible for operating expenses, taxes, insurance, repairs, and maintenance. A net lease property is advantageous for both investors and tenants because it allows for investors to focus on long-term performance of the asset with less day-to-day management, while allowing tenants to maintain the day-to-day control of the property and operating expenses. Why Gladstone Commercial? Our experienced team, proven underwriting process, and significant corporate resources gives us an advantage, one that helps create the consistent and reliable distribution shareholders expect. We are a commercial real estate investment company with a track record of success as exhibited by a history of strong distribution yields, consistent occupancy greater than 95%, and 10 plus years of paying continuous monthly cash distributions. Okay, so that's a little bit more about their company, why Gladstone Commercial, more about the net lease advantage, their approach to invest in, also a little more about their portfolio. so that you guys can have a better understanding of why I chose this company, why I believe this is one of the best REITs out there right now that you should definitely buy. They will always have my best entrance, as well as me being able to buy more shares of this company. I love the fact that they're nationwide, so they have properties all over the US. I'm actually going to be showing you a little bit more about those properties right now as we go into the sector of their map. Finally, we are on their properties section on their website, and what pops up is a map of the United States, of course. And the dark blue are the existing locations of portfolio properties, while the light blue is the additional target markets. Now, of course, we're going to start off with my state, which is New York. And in New York, so far, they have 2 properties, which is located in the upstate area of New York. The first property is 199 Sing Sing Road, Horsehead, New York, while the second property is 7282 William Berry Boulevard, Syracuse, New York. Okay, so now I wanted to give you guys an image view of how their properties look. The first one, which is located in Horsehead, New York, their property type is industrial. I'm thinking maybe a warehouse based off how the picture looks. Their square footage is 120,000. Their tenant name is Corning, and their transaction size is $7.35 million, which they closed in April 2005. Okay, next property we have is located in Syracuse, New York. Their property type is an office space. As you can see, their square footage is 71,880, and their tenant name is Gaylord Brothers Incorporation, which they actually closed in September 2005 for $5.8 million. The last state that I'm going to talk about is New Jersey, which is right next to New York. They have 5 properties, which is a little more than New York, but feel free to come to Gladstone Commercial Corporation website and look at their properties map. You can check out any state such as Florida, Georgia, and so on. They have properties all across the US. But for now, we're going to talk about New Jersey. So New Jersey, the properties are 5 Twosome Drive, Morristown, New Jersey, 9 Sylvan Way, Parsippany, New York, 6725 Delilah Road, Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, and 81 Corbett Way, Edenton, New Jersey. The first property is in Morristown, New Jersey. Their property type is industrial, and their transaction size is $2.8 million, which was closed in February 2019. Their square footage is 26,050, and their tenant is Shields Business Solutions Incorporation. Okay. Next we have American Financial Resources Incorporation. Their property type is an office and is located in Parsippany, New Jersey. Their transaction size is $11.1 million, which they closed in October 2011. And their square footage is 60,021. Now next we have Atlantic Care Health System, which I'm guessing it must be a medical office. Their property type is an office, as you can see, and they're located in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. Their transaction size is $5.65 million, which was closed in March 2013. Their square footage is 29,626. Next, we have York Telecom. Now, York Telecom property type is a flex, which basically is a hybrid of an office and industrial space, okay? Their square footage is 30,268. Their transaction size is $5.6 million, which was closed in July 2005, and they're located in Edenton, New Jersey. Now, I hope you made it to the end. If you made it to the end, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be officially posting every single Saturday, so make sure you hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss it. I love all of my subscribers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, leave a comment if you want to see more videos like this because I would love to post them. And I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Later. Mwah.